Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. Today is day one of our Wayfarer sew along. This week I'm hosting a sew along for Backstitch Backroom for Backstitch Fabrics. The sew along will take place in the Backstitch Backroom on Facebook, so make sure that you join if you're not a member yet, because that's where you'll get the discount code for the pattern available till the end of the month. That's where you'll be able to check in daily, and that's where I'll be drawing the winner for the prize on Sunday. So you have a week for this sew along. There will be 5 videos. The schedule is already posted in the Backstitch Backroom if you want to take a look over it. But as always, day one is cutting your pattern pieces and interfacing them and gathering all your supplies. It's probably the longest one. Not very difficult, but very long, because there's a few pattern pieces and you have to kind of have a game plan what you want to sew. So it's not a hard day, but it could be a long day, so that's why we reserve cutting and interfacing for just one day. For the sew along, I will be doing the Wayfarer 2.0 style 1, which is the one that has the bottle holders on the side, because I find those super useful, especially if I'm at the parks. But to qualify for the prize and to sew along with us, you can do either the Wayfarer 1.0 either style, or you can do the 2.0 style 2, or join me with style 1. It's up to you. The discount code that I posted in the Backstitch Backroom for the pattern will be available for either one of those. So a big thank you to Quaint Stitch, which is the designer of the pattern, for allowing us to do this sew along together and providing us with the discount code. I already cut my pattern pieces, the paper patterns. The pattern does come with a projector file, which is rare for bag makers, but it does come with one, so you can definitely use your projector if you'd like. For some odd reason, I prefer my bags to have pattern pieces. I don't know. I do all my clothes with my projector, as you've seen, but for bag making, I do enjoy having pattern pieces instead. So I did cut those. They're on my table. I have somewhat of a game plan how I want to cut them. But before we get into that, I do want to mention a couple of things about choosing the right base for this. The pattern works great with vinyl, works great with canvas, works great with cotton woven, or even poly woven if you prefer. Water resistant canvas, waterproof canvas. There's a lot of options that you can use for this pattern, plenty. However, when you do decide what you want to use, make sure that you know what works and what won't work for your machine. So at one point during the stitching process, there will be spots on a corner that will have multiple layers, up to 7-8 layers. So keep that in mind when you decide what fabric you want to use. My suggestion, if you do not own an industrial machine, or you're not planning on using an industrial machine for this, mix and match vinyl with woven, or just use cotton canvas, or use twill. Don't use multiple layers upon layers of vinyl, because they will be very difficult to sew on a domestic sewing machine. I will be sewing my project on my industrial, but even with that said, I will be mixing and matching water resistant canvas with waterproof canvas lining and vinyl. It will not be fully vinyl. I will not be interfacing my vinyl or canvas with woven interfacing as it is in the pattern, because I'm using backstitch vinyl and I know the quality and I know I can get away with it. I also will not be using the foam that's instructed in the pattern, because I don't want a thick, a very lofty backpack. I want a more pliable, lighter bag. So keep that in mind as well. It's up to you. Obviously you will qualify even if you skip the foam interfacing. I will be using I think glow in the dark vinyl. My goal for this sew along, personal goal, is to use whatever opened and cut rolls I have. I have these from the 20-year round that are, as you can see, there's stuff cut from it. I've used them before. This is just leftover glow-in-the-dark panels that don't have the actual images, just the black glow-in-the-dark part. There's this scrap of water-resistant canvas. So my goal for this all along is to use existing rolls that I started to kind of clear a little bit the closet and give them new life and new purpose. So that's what I'll be using. I'll be using backstitch print water-resistant canvas and glow-in-the-dark vinyl, and I believe that's from the 20 years round that just had retail. So again, mix and match. And for the lining, I think I'm going to do Ottertex waterproof canvas for the lining of the pattern. But if you're using cotton woven, definitely you must interface your pattern pieces. You cannot make a bag with just plain cotton woven uninterfaced. I can skip the interfacing because I'm using vinyl and water resistant canvas and I know the quality of the bases that I'm using. If you're not sure, do not skip interfacing. You have to interface at least with woven interfacing like SF101 or my personal favorite, the Geeky Fuse Cotton Soft. So that's the one I would highly recommend you grabbing for your vinyl or your canvas or your cotton woven. So without any further chit chat, I'm going to start cutting my main pattern pieces. I'll do off camera the lining and whatever interfacing I'm adding and grab my supplies, and then we'll do a run through. That's kind of the game plan for today, because if you watch me cut lining and like interfacing, you'll be here for hours upon end. So I figured I'll do on camera just the main prints, and then we'll do other stuff off camera, and then we'll do a run through with everything interfaced, including the supplies you need. So see you in a second. All right, so I grabbed my pattern pieces and I kind of set them up in the order as they will appear on the bag, so you can kind of get an idea of the layout you want and what prints you want. So I'm going to start from the outside going in, which means I'll cut my front pocket first. And like I said, I am using panels that I've used before. Let's see. Okay, so I have a Slytherin and a Ravenclaw. So I have two of them. I'm a Ravenclaw, so I'm going to do the Ravenclaw one. Or actually, I'll do whichever fits best in my pocket panel here. Now, Slytherin might fit better. Ravenclaw might work too. I'm trying to see where I should cut to lose as little as possible in the seam allowance. Oh, so they're the same. So we'll do Ravenclaw in that case. I just checked and they're pretty much the same. I'm folding my outside pocket in half just so I can kind of see where the center is when I place it here. This is it. No turning back. The water bottle holder, I know for sure those will be waterproof canvas. Well, water resistant canvas in the main print. Ah, look how cute. Okay, so we have that. The lining I'll cut off camera. Now, next is the backing of the front pocket, but that's lining. Again, I'll cut off camera. Next is what goes around this pocket. So, do we want this image from the panel or do we want the main fabric? Because I was thinking I can make it like a continuous if it fits. Ah, it doesn't fit. I was hoping it would fit like here, but it doesn't. Maybe I have some Haunted Mansion, like some Foolish Mortal panel, black part. See, this is what I was saying. Like I cut the inside, but I have this part. But not for this. What do I want around it? I could do main print, but I want it to pop. Okay, so we'll do main print for this, and I think I'll make the backing a different thing. Welcome to Sewing with Alex, where decisions have not been made prior to starting filming. Decisions are made on a whim. Okay, so we're going to do this one. Oh, and I am going to do the strap that has the zipper in the center. This way it can be worn both as a sling, which I tend not to wear, and as a backpack, which I prefer. So this way I have both options. I'm going to do that super cute strap. This is probably my favorite Harry Potter print ever. The watercolor houses. Okay. So this is done. It only needs an exterior, so I can put away this pattern piece. It's gonna be cute, look, really cute. Then this will be lining, so I'll put it in the lining pile. Next is this one. Main panel, which is going to go behind this, so it will look like this. So whatever you use here will be seen on the sides. So I think I'm going to try to do another panel on this one, because like I said, I want to use, oh, or I have spells. Hold on, hold your horses. I have spells. Yes, we'll do spells behind it. Oh, so exciting. I found some spells. So this is going to be what's seen behind the front. I was trying to decide which fabric or which vinyl to use for this project, And I realized looking in the new rolls that I have so many rolls that I've already started using and never like finished. So I figured let's make this another challenge. Let's use what we already have started in those rolls. And I think we'll make it. Okay, so this will go on this, and we'll have this pocket. Oh, gorgeous! How gorgeous! Beautiful. Now, this one has lining. Yes, it does require lining, so it goes in the lining pile. Now we're gonna go to the back. So for the back, we need, what do I do on the back? I don't think I have enough to do. What I do? I could use this. Okay, so now we know this is perfect for 18-inch rolls. See, that's all it has left. I could do this for the back, or I could do the back in this, and then the gusset with this. No, because I don't have enough. Okay, so back to the first plan. We'll do the back in spells, and we'll do the gusset in the main print, or maybe we'll use some black for the gusset. We'll see. So this is the black, the back of the pattern. We need one exterior and one lining. Again, I am not adding the foam, and I am probably not adding the woven interfacing either. I'm still debating. I was thinking of adding maybe fleece instead of woven interfacing and foam, because fleece makes it soft, so it protects the stuff inside the backpack, but it doesn't add so much bulk. So I might do thermolamp fleece. So it's not lofty, but it's still soft. I don't know yet. We shall see. Okay, so back panel is done. This requires lining, so goes in the lining pile. Okay. Then we have a gusset at the top, which is probably going to be this. And then we have a base. Oh, and a front base. Hold on. Because the front base goes here. So it has to be this. This way it floats nicely. So let's go ahead and cut the front base. Which is one exterior, and then it has a lining. So it goes in the lining pile. And then we need the gusset. So the gusset is basically what's on the side of the backpack. So we have front, back, and then we have the side. So we could do the gusset in like black. Let me see, do I have enough from the panels to do it in black? No, it's wider than a panel, so it won't work with that. We'll stick to this. So this would be the part that goes at the top of the gusset. As you can see, my layers of vinyl are multiplying, so keep that in mind. All this vinyl will have to be sewn, which means make sure that your machine can handle it. So this is done. Again, this needs lining too, goes in the lining pile. And now we need, oh, this is on fold. Okay. So this is the gasset that will go on the bottom, and it is on fold. So we might need to, okay, let me think about that one. 2 exteriors for the top. What do we do with this? Maybe we can do the panel. So we need 2 of these. One. Okay, then let's do the base. This is basically extra for the base to cover the pockets, and we'll do this in the panel. Okay, this one doesn't need lining. And let's see, I still need the straps. Bottle holder will become water resistant canvas. This is lining, 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 let's see, foam. Okay, these are the straps. These will be resistant canvas. This is foam. This is Peltex. Okay. For my strap anchors, we're going to do these scraps here. So we need 4 of these. This is where your pockets will hook on the sides. So the back bottom here is where I'm cutting right now, these triangles. strap. Spells or that's on fold. That's not gonna work with the panel, it's not big enough. See, these are on fold, so these are long pieces. Let's see if I have enough of this. If not, it will become water resistant canvas, not a problem. No, there's not gonna be enough for two. So we'll leave that aside, but I might, no, not even this. Oh, I don't wanna put a seam, but I might have to put a seam on that gusset. No, I refuse to cut a new roll for this. Let me see. Is this enough? I don't think it's wide enough. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ha! This works. Okay, so it's going to be spells for the big gusset. Because I don't want to put on fold this, I'm just going to mark where the fold line is, and this, and then cut. Okay, and yes, look at this here, it's like perfect. It was waiting for this pattern piece. There you go. And this requires a lining, so goes in the lining pile. And this is my bottom gusset. And now, zipper tabs, convertible straps, and last things that I'm probably going to cut on camera because we're getting into a longer video than I want. But you get the idea. You cut the same way after that with the lining. If you do add foam, make sure that you cut the foam on the dotted line here, so it stays out of your seam allowance. You don't want the foam in your seam allowance. This is bright. Have I used this roll before? I have a feeling this was not a used roll. Okay. So, straps. Will it fit? Yes, 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 yes. Oh yeah, it is used. It's short. Oh no, 54. I don't think it was used. Oh well, this is going to be the strap. So I put my fold there. And it is just perfect. So these are 18-inch rolls. So I need 2 of these. And then I need the bottle holders. Those don't have any lining. And we will do so we'll do the bottle holders like this, because these are kind of almost squarish, and we'll do the lining of the bottle holder in the same thing. So I'm going to basically cut 4. Okay, and we'll do one more. One more set, I mean. I do recommend using either the chart in the pattern or make a little vision of how you want the bag to look and where you want everything placed. Because there's quite a few pieces and you want to make sure you have your vision coming to life. So the lining is done. And this is also what goes with that one. So I'm going to cut this lining as well. And then the little zipper tabs, and I am done with the main prints. Then I'll probably move to other text for the lining. Lastly, we're going to cut the zipper tabs, which are two linings. So I'm just going to cut 4 of these crap. Use a clip to hold them together, because I can guarantee you they will end up in the trash if you're not sure. That's the first place I look for missing pattern pieces, in the trash, and that's where I usually find them. Alright. So I'm going to keep cutting the lining, the stabilizer, any interfacing or fleece, if I do decide to add fleece. And I will come back and we'll do a run through of all the pattern pieces, as well as all the hardware and other zippers and stuff you need to accomplish and sew this sling bag. We are back with everything cut and ready to be sewn. So let's do a brief recap what we need for the project, and then we'll call it a day. I know it's been a long day. I know there's a lot of pattern pieces. So let's start with from the outside in. You have a front pocket, and I have an exterior and a lining cut. Keep them together so it's easier. Then you have a lining front pocket This is one lining. My lining and vinyl are not interfaced with anything. If you're using cotton, woven, or canvas, definitely interface your pattern pieces. Then you have your exterior front top, just one piece. Then you have your lining front top, like so. So I'm going from the outside in layer by layer. Then you have your large main panel, which has one exterior and one lining. I've used Ottertex waterproof canvas for my lining, where you see a black solid. Then you have this back panel that has one lining and one main. I ended up cutting foam to insert it instead of fusing fleece after all, so I did cut foam for this one. So I have one exterior lining and one foam. Then I have the gadget pocket, which is an extra pocket that I'm going to add. There's a cut line here for the gadget pocket, so this bottom part has one lining and one main, and I am not adding foam to this one. So these are done, and then you have your bottom. This completes this panel basically. This bottom panel, and it's one lining and one main. This for the big pieces. Then you're moving on to the gusset. You have your gusset, which has one lining and one main. That weird shaped gusset. Then you have your side gussets, which is one very long piece that's one lining and one main. For your side gussets, you also have your bottle holders if you're adding them. And these are 4 pieces or 2, depending if you're adding 1 or 2. I'm adding both on both sides, so you have those. Then you have your strap. If you're doing the strap, there's 2 options in the pattern. You can do a single strap without the zipper in the center, or a convertible strap that converts from 1 to 2 straps. I'm doing the so you won't need both pieces. You only need one or the other. That's why I folded this one, to know it's the one I don't need. So this, and it's on fold, so this is a longer strap. And this is made from exterior, in my case, water resistant canvas. Also for the base, I have an extra base, which is in an exterior fabric. And then we're moving on to the top where the strap goes. I have 2 exterior vinyls. And then you have your corner anchors. There's 4 vinyls. Your 2 zipper tabs, which are 4 pieces, 2 exterior and 2 lining. Keep them like that because it's easier. Then 1 base stabilizer, and I did Decovil Heavy. You can use Peltex if you want as well for the base. Also the little cushion, so it's easy on your shoulder. And then I have extra pockets from lining. One is a pen slip pocket, and I used water resistant canvas for this one. Then you have from lining, you have 1 zipper pocket for inside of the pocket of the backpack. Then you have another zipper pocket on the back that's on the outside of the bag. And I have that one. Then you need 1-inch webbing. I'm using this watercolor webbing for your strap, so it depends, the amount of webbing depends if you're doing 2 straps or 1, so check the pattern. 1-inch webbing. I have 2 1/4 elastic. This is for the water bottle. Obviously marking pen and all the goodies. Water double-sided tape. This is the geeky one, which is by far the best in my opinion. the double-sided tape. Then I have my binding, which is water-resistant canvas that I cut 2 strips by widths of fabric, or might have been even more. But that's the binding. You can also use double fold bias tape if you don't want to cut your own. And then I have my zipper prepped and ready. So I have one long zipper, which will be the main zipper at the top. That's why I put 2 zipper pulls on it, so it will open like this both ways. All the hardware and the zippers and the zipper pulls are from Wizardry Stitchery Crafts, so you can find them on their website. I'll link everything as always in the description below. Then you have an outer pocket zipper, and I think I'm going to use this one for the little one that we added the panel. Then you have your strap zipper. These two are the same length, so if you have a preference, mark on the back of it with a water soluble pen. Strap. This way I know this is what I meant for the straps and this is what I wanted from the front. But again, I can change my mind if I want to. I have another zipper that's the exterior zipper pocket that will go on the back. And then there's one little zipper that's for the interior zipper. These are all number 5 with like this beautiful key pulls. Okay, you also need one of these quick release buckles for the top. You need 2 swivel clips for your, I think if you're doing the single one you might only need 1, but I'm doing the separated one, so I'm doing 2 swivel clips. You need 2 D-rings. Again, you might need only 1, I'm not sure if you do the one strap. And then you need 2 sliders, and that should be it. So snap a photo of all your pretties gathered and waiting for you to sew, and post the photo in the day 1 photo comments of the sew along album. That the album is in the Backstitch Backroom on Facebook. That's where you'll be checking in daily. And come back here tomorrow when we'll start sewing, and I believe day 2 we're working on the strap. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.